Imagine waking up one day to find someone you know has vanished, leaving behind no clues, no explanations, just gone, as if they never existed. Throughout history, certain individuals have disappeared under the most baffling and eerie circumstances, leaving investigators and the public grasping at thin air. Were they abducted? Did they fake their own deaths? Or did something far more sinister unfold? These cases have left us with more questions than answers. Join us as we dive deep into the unsettling world of missing people who vanished, leaving no trace behind. Lord Lucan, a British aristocrat with a passion for gambling, disappeared under extraordinary circumstances in 1974, leaving behind one of the most enduring mysteries in UK history. On the night of November 7th, Lucan's children's nanny, Sandra Rivet, was brutally murdered in his London home. Lady Lucan, his estranged wife, was also attacked but survived, claiming that Lucan was the assailant. Hours later, Lucan vanished, never to be seen again. His abandoned car was found near the coast, but no trace of him was ever discovered. Was he murdered by criminal associates, or did he flee to live a secret life abroad? Over the decades, numerous alleged sightings of Lucan emerged from across the globe, but none were confirmed. His aristocratic ties and mysterious disappearance turned him into a symbol of privilege escaping justice. The enigma of Lord Lucan's fate still captures public fascination today, leaving us to wonder how such a high-profile figure could simply disappear without a trace. In 1930, New York Supreme Court Judge Joseph Force Crater left a restaurant, hailed a cab in the middle of bustling Manhattan, and vanished. Known as the Missingest Man in New York, Crater's sudden disappearance sparked decades of speculation. Was he entangled in organized crime? Did he flee due to corruption allegations? Crater left behind a massive fortune and a suitcase of mysterious documents, deepening the intrigue. For a man in such a powerful position, his disappearance feels especially eerie, a reminder that no one is immune to the unknown. To this day, his fate remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. How does someone so prominent simply cease to exist? Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen, famous for being the first to reach the South Pole, met a mysterious end during a daring rescue mission in 1928. Searching for a missing expedition in the Arctic, his plane disappeared somewhere over Greenland. The irony? The man who survived the most hostile environments was lost trying to save others. For someone who conquered the extremes of the Earth, vanishing into the Arctic void feels both tragic and fitting. No wreckage or remains were ever found, leaving us to wonder if nature finally caught up with one of its most fearless explorers. In 1978, French sailor Alain Colas set sail for adventure across the Atlantic, but the sea had other plans. A skilled sailor known for daring voyages, Colas vanished without a trace during a solo race. His last radio transmission, cryptic and unsettling, added to the mystery. Some say it was a storm, others wonder if mechanical failure doomed him, but the truth remains elusive. It's haunting to think that the ocean, vast and indifferent, simply swallowed him whole. Colas, who lived for the freedom of the open sea, became yet another sailor lost to its depths. The 1962 escape from Alcatraz by John Anglin, Clarence Anglin, and Frank Morris is the stuff of legends. Using makeshift tools, the three prisoners broke out of the supposedly escape-proof prison, setting off into the dark waters of San Francisco Bay. Did they drown, or did they manage the impossible and slip away unnoticed? Their bodies were never found, leading many to believe they may have pulled off the greatest prison break in history. Theories swirl, but one thing's for sure. These men defied the odds and left us with an unsolved riddle that still captivates today. The inventor of the diesel engine, Rudolf Diesel, boarded a ferry in 1913 and never got off. Somewhere over the North Sea, Diesel vanished. His cabin was left untouched. Was it a tragic decision made by the individual, as some speculated? Or could it have been foul play given Diesel's growing list of enemies in the competitive industrial world? His disappearance feels like a scene from a mystery novel, leaving behind an invention that revolutionized the world, but no clear answer to his own fate. The ocean, vast and unforgiving, keeps its secrets well. Perhaps the most haunting modern mystery, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 vanished in 2014 with 239 people on board. The Boeing 777 took off, flew for hours, then nothing. No distress call, no sign of wreckage, just radio silence. Despite extensive searches, only small pieces of debris have been found. How does an entire plane just disappear in the age of modern technology? The possibilities, mechanical failure, hijacking, are as unnerving as they are unclear. The families of those lost still seek closure, while the world grapples with the realization that, even in 2014, some mysteries can elude us entirely.
Nearly 2 decades after Alabama teen Natalee Holloway vanished in Aruba, her mother learned for sure what she always suspected.
In 2005, American student Natalee Holloway vanished while on a high school trip to Aruba, leaving the world captivated by her mysterious disappearance. Last seen with a group of men, including Joran van der Sloot, Holloway's case became an international obsession. Among those determined to uncover the truth was Dutch crime journalist Peter R. de Vries, known for his fearless investigations and dedication to justice. De Vries focused heavily on van der Sloot, the prime suspect, and in 2008 he aired shocking undercover footage of van der Sloot admitting involvement in Holloway's death.
Ik zeg het je eerlijk. Ik weet wel dat er het meisje is gebeurd. Wat is er gebeurd dan? Wat is er gebeurd, Joran? Moord uit haar dood is er toch?
Though this bombshell didn't lead to a conviction, it brought Holloway's family a step closer to answers. De Vries, undeterred by threats, continued to fight for victims of unsolved crimes throughout his career. Tragically, in July 2021, his brave pursuit of truth made him a target, and he was fatally shot in broad daylight in Amsterdam, a murder that shook the world. Peter R. de Vries was a fearless champion for justice, and his legacy of courage and integrity will continue to inspire generations to come.
Batting third, playing right field, Roberto Clemente.
Baseball legend Roberto Clemente wasn't just a hero on the field. He was a humanitarian. In 1972, he boarded a plane loaded with supplies for earthquake victims in Nicaragua, but the aircraft crashed shortly after takeoff, disappearing into the Atlantic. Despite search efforts, Clemente's body was never recovered. For a man who dedicated his life to helping others, it's heartbreaking that his final act of kindness led to such a tragic end. He remains an icon, not just for his incredible athletic talent, but for the humanity that ultimately cost him his life. Jim Thompson, an American businessman and former spy, vanished while hiking in Malaysia's Cameron Highlands in 1967. Known as the Thai Silk King, Thompson had ties to the CIA, adding a layer of intrigue to his disappearance. Despite massive search efforts, no trace of him was ever found. Was it an accident or something more sinister? In a jungle full of secrets, it's easy to believe that Thompson's past may have caught up with him. His disappearance remains one of Southeast Asia's enduring mysteries, leaving a legacy as enigmatic as the man himself. In 1977, Candy heiress Helen Brack disappeared without a trace after a routine doctor's appointment in Chicago. Known for her wealth and philanthropic work, Brack's case is shrouded in suspicion. Rumors of a shady horse-dealing ring and possible mob connections have fueled speculation that she may have been murdered. Despite extensive investigations, no remains have ever been found. It's chilling to think that someone so visible and wealthy could vanish so completely, a reminder that even the rich and powerful aren't immune to the darker forces at play in the world. The mystery of these vanished figures continues to haunt us, their stories a chilling reminder of how someone can simply cease to exist. Were they running from something or someone? Or did they fall victim to forces we may never understand? As we reflect on these unsettling disappearances, we're left with one burning question: will we ever know the truth? If you enjoyed exploring these enigmatic cases, be sure to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your theories. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.